Metal Monthly, you know just what I need. It's all new metal, no new metal. Howdy, Banger Pals. Blaine Smith joining you for another Metal Monthly, Banger's monthly look at what's coming out in metal releases. This is October. Sorry, it was a little late. I got the flu, and the flu was really bad. Don't get this flu, Geezer. So if you're new around here, what we do is at the start of the month, we round up the 5 best underground metal albums coming out as picked by yours truly. But before we get to my picks, we like to give you a little release calendar so you know some of the bigger and noteworthy releases coming out. Some of these we might cover, might talk about, review on the channel. Others are just so you can get those limited edition vinyls pre-ordered or whatever. So without further ado, October 6th, now in the past, but still part of October. Heavy Load released Riders of the Ancient Storm on No Remorse, and Varg, no relation, released Iwig Walked on Napalm. October 13th, you got Body Void releasing Atrocity Machine on Prosthetic. You've got Krieg releasing Ruiner on Profound Lore. October 20th, the Greats are back. Cirith Ungol is releasing Dark Parade on Metal Blade. Mirkir is releasing Spine on Relapse. And dear God, I was going to make fun of this, but the early reviews are saying it's fantastic. The Rolling Stones are releasing Hackney Diamonds on Geffen. October 27th, you've got Autopsy releasing Ashes, Organs, Blood, and Crypts on Peaceville. I love that last Autopsy record, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Dawkins is releasing Heavens Come Down on Silver Lining. Gravesend Metal Monthly alumni are releasing Gowanus Death Stomp on $20 spin, and you've got Wayfarer releasing American Gothic on Profound Lore. So that's the calendar, but without further ado, let's get to my 5 picks for Best of the Underground. Up first, the band I'm most excited to talk about is Malokarpatan is back with Vertumnus Caesar on Invictus Productions, coming out October 27th. Have a listen.
Pochylił swazku, kurwy oblica Marii Szpanielskiej, nerwowy stapel wóz, lecz beaga czarnurskiej mocy.
Our first band is black/heavy metal by way of Slovakia, and one of the downsides to doing this show is that my brain is a bit like a Japanese subway train during rush hour when it comes to bands, in that there's a lot of great music packed in there, but sometimes as the years go on, a band I really loved can sort of get lost in the shuffle. But one of the upsides to doing this show is that I've been doing it for almost 5 years, so I'm here when those bands come back around, and I get to remember how much I freaking love this band. Holy hell. Normally, I like to use the blackened tag. I feel like it's a great way to describe what's happening, but this feels like it is black/heavy metal because they really do draw on both halves fairly equally, and that's normally a great thing, but what elevates this to kind of singular band territory is that the heavy metal they're drawing from is like they're the Jethro Tull of Slovakia or something. So that makes things super unique. But then you bring in that black metal edge to harden up the cutting surface of whatever traditional medieval plow they're using to till their fertile fields. And it results in a very strange, very amazing band. So last Malokarpatan record, great. This record, even greater. I'm so happy. I was not realizing that I was desperate for a new Malokarpatan record, and now it's here, and my desperation has been satiated. While some of the bands in this month are repeat customers, we also have a couple making their debut LPs, and that's Seraphic Entombment, Sickness Particle Gleam, coming out October 13th on Everlasting Spew Records, which is also what I call my vocal delivery style. Have a listen. This is some Birmingham, Alabama-based death doom, and we've got a cover by one of my favorite cover artist, Karmazid. Always love to see his work gracing the cover of an album that I love. And it does feel like it's been a little while since I got to just gush about some honest to goodness death/doom. It's not the best idea to have your favorite genre be one of the smaller subgenres, and then on top of that have kind of refined taste within it, although I'm sure someone in the comments will disagree with me on that. But like an alligator, I can go months without a meal, but when you toss a piece of chum like this in the water, I'm just gonna go all interesting note about that joke. I originally wrote it as crocodile, but it turns out Alabama only has alligators, no crocs. The only crocs in Alabama come on the feet. So they don't have crocodiles, but they do have a sick new death doom band. And what's really great about this band is that the death metal portion of the doom is the death metal style that I want, which is just hard, heavy, aggressive death metal, just slowed down and stretched out. But while the kind of slowing down and the stretching out is frequently the doom portion of what a lot of the death doom I like is, these guys are bringing honest to goodness doom passages to the record as well, and the doom style is also in that kind of harsh, aggressive doom, not the gothic, not the stoner. So they're bringing two aggressive sides, but just different tempos, slightly different vibes. Just like Malokarpatan, I feel like they're really earning that slash and drawing from both halves pretty well. So if you're a fan of both sides, you're really gonna eat good here. So eat this record, go alligator on it, or crocodile, depending on what region of the world you live in. Up next, it's Sadistic Force, Midnight Assassin, Goat Throne Records, October 13th.
Bewitching black leather, divine and skin tight. Your figure is matchless, it captivates the night. The thrill of the speed arouses black lust, electrified with greed as the dagger is thrust. Black leather hell, a taste of the whip, the torturer's kiss. Black leather hell, restrained and wet, the tormentor's pet. Black leather hell, your heart's pumping fast, how long can you last? Black leather hell, caught up in the rush from the sadistic spell.
These boys from Austin, Texas are playing us some black and thrash. Tim Vulcano nailed the assignment on the album cover. It looks fantastic, excellently executed. I don't love women murder metal album covers. Makes it a little hard to wear that late night in a bar, giving off a bit of stranger danger. But hey, I'll enjoy the cover. I'll say it looks fantastic. I'm just not tossing it on a t-shirt. I've talked in the past about how thrash is sort of the most dormant of all the metal genres. Just by sheer number of releases alone, they really get outpaced by most of the others. But 2023 has been a very strong year for thrash. It's been such a strong year for thrash that I actually had a hard time picking between 3 different thrash records this month. So please also check out Electrocutioner and Lowest Creature. But I ended up going with Sadistic Force for 2 reasons. Number 1 is I didn't talk about their 2021 release, Aces High, when it was released, and I ended up listening to it a hell of a lot. So I can't go back and correct the timeline, but I can, fix my mistakes here in 2023 by properly featuring a Sadistic Force record. Second, black and thrash / speed / and roll, that whole kind of section of music has really been the thing that sort of kept thrash as heart pumping, relevant up until now, because otherwise some of the other bands are slacking a little bit. And I find it's a style that just really blends a classic and modern sound and feels like the modern form of thrash to me, and it's a style these guys nail with flair and force. Now, it might be one of my favorite styles, but I can admit the style does have a pitfall in that it does have a chance that a record's gonna last as long in your rotation, as long as the flavor of a cheap piece of bubblegum lasts, which is to say, not very long. They can wear out quickly, but I already know, based on their last record, the staying power these guys' tracks have. And let me tell you, they're going to get stuck in your head and stay in your head the same way that aforementioned gum is going to get stuck and stay in your hair if you get it there. So definitely worth a purchase. Definitely another fantastic band in the great world of black and thrashy speedy and rolly stuff. So if you want another one for your collection, these boys do it fantastically. Up next is a returning guest. It's Auriferous Flame, Ardor for Black Mastery on True Cult Records. It came out October 6th, which is last Friday, which means you can buy it right now. So go buy it and then come back and finish the video. I've got one band left to talk about, and it's a doozy. You know it's Greek black metal. You know it's Gilded Panoply on the cover. Another month, another fucking ILOS record being recommended to us by this guy. I know. But look, I know I feature the guy all the time, but until he's on the cover of Decibel magazine, I'm just gonna keep doing it because while None might be my favorite black metal act, I'm split between ILOS and None as my favorite black metal musician. He has the whole solo black metal artist gonna release 6 albums every year, every single year for his entire goddamn life. But unlike the standard in the genre, all of his records are good. Also, the various projects that all have different names but are just him as a solo artist actually have a point because each one does have a distinct style and sort of concept and idea and vibe. Though it seems there has been a bit of a shakeup in that territory because Auriferous Flame, first record, atmospheric black metal. Second record, much more aggressive. The last record had a bit of aggression in it, but this is an angry, visceral, in-your-face record. So I haven't really heard ILOS make a record this aggressive before. So again, just happy to add another different shade of ILOS to my collection, because I'm thrilled about having an aggressive record from him, because normally records that sound this aggressive, you're just a couple of clicks on the internet away from a guy Zig Heiling, but we know ILOS is confirmed good guy smile, so we don't have to worry about that. So all of those qualities come together to result in constant coverage for ILOS, and also noise. And anytime a None record is coming out, I'm going to talk about it. Thus, we come to our Patreon plug of the show. That's right, we have a Patreon campaign. If you didn't know, we have a Patreon going. I want to talk about more records with you, but I only have so much time here. So if you head over there, I talk about 5 extra records every month in a tip sheet. You get that from me. You also get that from other banger hosts too, so there's more records for you to buy. Last month, I talked about the Metalocalypse movie. I reviewed that. I reviewed the new Tomb Mold records. So there's bonus content going on over there. You get to not have to hear about shaving your balls in these segments. I don't have to sell you a razor. It's great. It's a good system. And then if you don't have any cash, you can always just, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's always appreciated if you liked the list so far. Toss a little thing on that button. And then there's also a bell that will let you know when this goes up late because I am coughing. Thus, we come to our palate cleanse of the show, as brought to you by Dying Victims Productions. Not actually, but it's another Dying Victims Productions band. It's Savage Glory Riders on Dying Victims Productions, coming out October 20th. But I don't think you know what it's gonna sound like. It's a surprise. heavy metal comes to us from Germany, and if you were a regular viewer, you might have been surprised to hear that, because I let people know I'm not a big fan of the waspy side of heavy metal, but if you're a regular viewer, you know I will listen to any record, no matter what the style, metal or otherwise, as long as it's of super high quality, and this is well past good enough for me to listen to. This is phenomenal. Every single track gets me just absolutely cranked, because they're like all single quality. They have the energy, the intensity, the quality, the just fun of a single throughout the whole record, and it just gets me going. And it's even more impressive when you think about the fact that according to my research, which is just going on Metal Archives, let's be honest, is all of these guys, this is their first full-length record in this band or any other band seemingly, which is crazy to release something this mature without any real experience in the past. Where did this quality come from? This record's so mature. The anthem on it is 30 and Dirty. Good on you, Savage. Good on you from going on some age-appropriate ladies. That's what I'm talking about. Front to back, I love every single track. I really can't even pick out a favorite, though. Master Space Bader does give me a particular chuckle, because my high school principal's name was Mr. Bader, and after I left the school, a couple years after, Mr. Bader got arrested for embezzling money from the student funds. It was he was taking money from us. Martin Grove Collegiate Institute, Mr. Bader, embezzlement. Google it, it's real. But this record just makes me laugh, makes me party, and I'm happy to bring you a record that is heavy metal, but outside of my realm of normal heavy metal. I'm so excited. I'm just dripping over every word in this, so I'm going to shut it down. What records are you most excited about in October? What's your Halloween costume going to be? What are you doing for Halloween? Let me know in the comments. We'll get chatting, and, come by the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/metalcomedy. It's going to be a spooky month. Come hang.